Welcome to the very first episode of Shall We Proceed with me, Erlene Alicia Mango, Elise Maine.
Yay!
Wow.
Yay!
Wow.
My tribe is my
Wow.
Really?
No, go ahead.
Really?
Do you.
See, this is family.
you.
This is how they do you. I want to say thank you so much for tuning in. I'm excited about this because I want to bring back real conversation and just real dialogue with real people. So, and I wanted to start off with people that I care the most about. And I tend to do.
You care about me?
There it is. There it is. There it is.
Okay.
You know what? Let me do this. Let me introduce the characters in the back here. Let me start with my beautiful sister, Teresita Magnolia Hunt Corley. Right here. Say hello to everyone, Terry.
Hello, everyone.
This is the one who's giving me all that back chat. To my left is my beautiful friend, sister friend, Felicia McKnight. Felicia! And all the way to the end is Chanelle Morris Godfrey.
For my girl.
And missing from my tribe is Gia Dawn Prudham, Natalie Garrett, and Norman Garrett.
Yes.
And Alicia Joyce Booker. And they are truly 30 years deep friendship. My sister's all my life. We have that great love-hate situation. There it is. And
Truth be told.
Truth be told. And I really wanted to have them here with me for the premiere episode. One is because I've realized I tend to do things by myself all the time. And I get called hard-headed and all these things. And I said, you know what, I could not do this. I did not want to do this without having support with me and having women that I admire and that I care about with me to premiere this podcast of just real conversation, real people, real talk.
Yay.
Also, today is April 9th. Shout out my brother-in-law's birthday. I love you sometimes. And the reason why I wanted to do it on April 9th is because my mom's birthday would be April 10th.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very true.
10th.
Are you serious? Am I crying right now?
Hey.
And she would be here with me, front and center.
Absolutely.
That's my road dog.
Yeah.
Yes,
My
she
roadie.
would.
I'm good.
I
Thank
almost
you.
wore a hat. I almost wore my
And
hat for
I
mommy.
made sure I did this. I want to do it in April to attribute to her and start it. I didn't want to do it on her birthday because let me tell you, it wouldn't have happened. But I wanted to do it because I know that one thing she's always done is encourage all of us and be our support and be our love. And I knew she always told me, I want you to go after what you want to do. Stop helping everyone else and go after your dreams. And that's why I wanted to do this. One, because she was the queen of great conversation, the queen of sit down and talk to her and give you words of wisdom, be it if you want to hear it or not, if you listen to it or not. And I have to say that I truly am my mother's child, and I think my sister is her mother's child. And I really wanted to just step out on absolute faith and just do this. So enough of me rambling. I want you to meet my tribe. And this is my sister Terry. Tell them about who you are and what you do, since you want to talk all that back chat in my ear.
Oh, Lord. Okay,
I
so
can talk it.
I'm her sister. I'm her older sister. Firstborn girl.
Really? Just have to just add that in there, huh?
Of course.
Okay.
You know, so, and of course, she's my baby sister. You know, and
The baby of the family.
yes, the baby.
They
but,
broke the mold.
But she acts
boy.
like
When I came.
she really acts like she is the, the monarch of the family. You know, she
Wow.
thinks she Medea and stuff. You know,
There
what
it
she
is.
say go,
There it
but
is.
we know the truth. So, yes. We know the truth about that.
And that's my sister,
Yes.
Felicia.
Yes, we've been friends since the 6th grade, and a few minutes ago I told Lisa this is how we were sitting when we met, because we met in band class.
Yeah.
So I was the clarinet section and she was the saxophone section, and when we always paid attention, kind of. And we cut up in between notes. So we've always bonded. your mom that you talked about, Mama Mango, we miss her because aside from wisdom, she said a lot of things I didn't want to hear. Like every time I seen her, I gained weight.
Listen,
I was supposed to let my child cry as a newborn for 24/7, and I do anything.
Exercise your right, Angel.
So we love and miss her. And anytime I had an ailment, she had a concoction that got you well within 12 hours. So
absolutely,
yeah. So
absolutely.
we're a true family.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Chanelle.
Yes, my Lisa Boo. We have been friends for 30 years. And I am an educator. She's telling me, tell everybody what I do. And
Teacher of the, come on. What do you?
Month, year, every year.
Wasn't
I
it
did make
year?
Teacher of the Year this year.
Congrats!
It's the
Congrats.
second time
This
you've
is your
gotten
second
that?
time. That's right. So
Oh,
that means
she's
you're
so
doing. That
humble.
means you're doing a good thing.
Yes, it's not
You're
for the faint of
shaping
heart.
young man.
That's the
That's
quote that I
true.
say all the time. It's not for the faint of heart. And so I'm blessed to be really great friends and sisters with Lisa. And it was like a miracle to get a chance to know Mommy, and Terry. And
You're important too.
You are. You're a big
you
sister
are
too.
very important.
Thank
You're
you.
important too.
Matter of fact, I wish Terry a happy birthday too. But anyway, let the record show.
Competition.
So, anywho,
Competition.
Because we're the same birthday month.
yeah, we are. I mean,
Competition. There it
but
is.
anyway, let's not dwell on it.
Yeah.
But-
She's end of the year, so she can't really celebrate.
Wow. Listen.
By
I
the time
didn't
by
invite-
the time she gets ready to celebrate, her
didn't-
birthday's coming right back around
I didn't
again.
invite you here
Oh,
to criticize and attack me.
I thought you said just be ourselves.
The door. The door.
Okay.
Yes, please be yourself.
Oh my gosh.
And I will be myself. Thank y'all.
Kumbaya,
God.
my Lord. Okay. So tomorrow I will wear my hat tomorrow for my mommy's birthday tomorrow. But we met. Was it through Gia first, right?
Gia is the culprit for
she's
everything.
she is.
Yes.
And of course with track, we went to Gentry. Can I say that? Yeah. We went to Gentry, Go Mustangs, and we ran track. And I was always trying to get up there with Lisa. I don't know how she could
First,
run
I mean,
that fast. Wait,
those
don't
of
interrupt
you-
me. Don't interrupt. Running that fast with that. But don't go down.
First of all,
I mean, how could she run that fast?
clearly I can't anymore.
It was a 100-meter dash. I mean, I was trying to.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't. I was like,
I used to be, a semi-track star.
you were a
You
beast.
know? And I don't know what happened. The Lord said, "Oh, you getting too fine. Take it away. Take it away."
She played a mean saxophone.
But Terry played the alto sax, so I didn't want to play the alto saxophone. I wanted to play the violin, and Mommy said, "No, we have a saxophone. You playing the saxophone."
Because she's not buying
She
any more
did. That's
instruments.
right.
And because of Terry, I was forced
Goodness.
to play the saxophone.
Need some healing. Here, for my
So
water.
that is the reason why. Thank y'all so much. That's the reason why I wanted to do this, is because I wanted to have a sit down and let me tell you how it all started. I was in I'm in a Facebook group with a friend of mine, PD, Tim, and we started because we were tired of seeing memes all the time and just nonsense all the time, and we wanted a group to have a conversation. And a long time ago, I said, let's do a podcast. And then I was scared because I didn't want people to know who I was. I like to stay hidden and incognito. And I hosted a few times at the house these round table talks. And, my friend Anthony Bailey, who helped me come up with the title of this podcast, thank you, Anthony, he was like, when are you going to do another one? And it was so much fun. It was married couple, single people, whatever. And we just sat in the living room, no alcohol. I cooked. And we just brought up different topics and just talked for hours. And I was like, this is really fun, but y'all not going to want to drive to Baytown all the time. And I don't feel like cooking, and I don't want to out of my house every day. So I sat on it and I prayed on it, and I wanted to do this. And I just thought about my tribe and just thinking about, how we've all been there for each other in some type of way, and how encouraging everyone has been. I think when I realized how close we were, or we are, is we've been there for each other through like childbirth and marriages
Yes,
and
everything.
deaths and all these things. and how my family embraced y'all like true sisters. You know, my brother Tony swears he can tell y'all what to do. Sit down somewhere. Sit down.
It's okay, Tony. We love you.
But sit down somewhere and fix your knees. And
he gonna get you.
I don't care.
Hey, watch them knee jokes, okay?
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
Lord Jesus.
little
She
handicap over here.
had a knee surgery too. But that's what I wanted to do. So talking about tribe and vibe and energy, how do you, as we've gotten older, how have you cultivated relationships and how have you found your own tribe? Because I can say that I have, you know, you have little different sets of people, you know, sets of people. You know, you may have your work, you have people who are in the same career as you, but I always come back to y'all. But how have y'all cultivated relationships over the years and friendships?
Man, my tribe is very small. You know, even though you may think it's big, it's not. You know, because I keep to myself. Because when I get in my mood, I don't really want to be.
Oh, is it a mood?
I really don't want to be bothered too much, you know.
Ooh, she rude.
But mine is very small. So I may not talk to some friends for years, but I know that wherever we stopped off, we could jump right back into it, you know. So it's nothing where it's like I need to add any more to the tribe. What I have already is fine with me because I know that they're always going to be there. Just like myself and my sister. You know, it's not all the time we get along. We don't see eye to eye. For a while we weren't talking, you know. And
good 12 months.
You know, and then
12 months.
Just one day, you know, she sent a text or she called and she was like, "Hey, what you doing?" So, you know, it's just I just like to keep it how it is. You know, sometimes new friends aren't really necessary in your life. So just keep who you have. And I admire the friendships that y'all have from since elementary, junior high, high school to adulthood. So that's really good.
I can't work your phone.
My turn.
Sure.
Okay. I think for me, my tribes have come along in different seasons of my life. So, like, our group of friends and those that are here and those that are not here, we met in either elementary school or junior high. But it's a blessing that the group of us have been able to keep in touch. And kind of like what Terry alluded to, we don't talk every day. As a matter of fact, when we walk out the door, like, keeping it real, we might not talk for another month or two. But whenever we meet up, it's like we never left off. It's like there was never a distance. And then for me, when I went to college, to undergrad, excuse me, there's lifelong friends that I met there that I still keep in touch with. We ace boon coos to the day we die. Went to grad school. There's a handful of people I met there that I'm still lifelong friends. And even through my career, there's people I worked with many years ago at an employer that I'm still friends with. So it's like every now and then I pick up a few people. Where I'm at now, I'm like you. I'm fine with who I have. And each group of friends serves their own purpose. Like, when we get together, we laugh like nonstop. And it's guaranteed. If Gia was here, there would be some kind of unplanned adventure.
We get home at 2.
Works out.
It is. We love you, Gia. But there's always some unplanned adventure. Then I have, for about 4 or 5 years, I had a prayer group where we met once a month. But I know those are the people I can call, text, whenever. Here's what's going on. Get Jesus on the speak
on the main line.
On the main line. And so it's like each group serves its purpose. We pray for each other too. And then just cultivating them. I think the older you get, you realize we don't talk on the phone every day, all day, but you have to be mature enough to know that's okay. And I've even gotten to the point I'm horrible at calling people. So if any of my friends are watching this, I'm sorry, I love you. But I am bad about calling people all of a sudden. Now, I used to be phone queen, and now I don't like to talk on the phone whatsoever, but I love to be able to connect with people, hang out, dinner, brunch, happy hour, whatever.
I'm still waiting for an invite for the crawfish and the red beans. I'm just saying.
I got you, boo. I got you.
It was posted. I'm just trying to figure out.
Tomorrow.
I'm just saying.
And 4 days later, they season real good.
Ooh, that marinade.
Oh, but I'm not doing meat. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, it got
You're not doing
sausage
meat.
in it. Well,
That's good.
Can you do the meat seasoning? Like if I scoop you out around the meat?
I'm just
'Cause
trying
it's
to
just
be.
more sausage for
I'm
me.
on a mission, and we all decided. Gia, Natalie,
They
myself,
decided.
myself, and Chanelle decided.
Not me.
Anyway, go ahead, Chanelle.
Not the meat.
Listen. I need you.
I
Yeah.
haven't committed just yet.
I need you to
but
commit.
I am thinking about juicing for 14 days. I have spoken.
Ooh.
Just
with somebody,
juice.
just juicing
You
for
can't
straight
do meat,
14
but you're gonna do juice for
For
14
days.
days.
You
I
gonna
need to
pass
chew on
out.
something.
one day at a time. I'm gonna take it one day
I need
at
to
a
chew
time.
on something.
No,
Well,
you're gonna be grouchy the first day.
I know I'm gonna be cranky because I'm a coffee drinker. So
But what you trying to juice out?
Cause you brick
you
house.
hadn't seen it, honey. This is all hidden. So it's all hidden, nice, tucked in. So yeah, but
Really
I'm just
quickly-
trying to get that running. Trying to get a good
Really
run.
quick, I want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in on Facebook Live. We have Gia,
Still trying to find
Natalie, my cousin Jessica, Kenya, Keenan, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and sharing. I really appreciate it. I love you all. You can ask questions. I'll try to catch them and respond to them. Yes.
I did not agree.
Let's not have an argument. Let's not talk. So how do you find your since you got sidetracked? How do you find your tribe now that you're older, Miss Meatless?
Mama used to call me an old woman.
You are.
That is me. And I think once I found my crew, my friends, I stuck with those friends. I have made some friends along the way. My coworkers, they're really great. So kind of like what Felicia was saying, you stumble across this good chemistry, along the way, and then you kind of stick with them. I've have a colleague that we've been really great colleague friends for 10 years, so she is just a ball of laughter sometimes, and to where we are in tears. So, but that's the kind of person I am. Like, people probably think I'm immature because all I want to do is laugh about stuff, and it's just, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, that's me. So, but it's because I am at peace with a lot of things, and I think that's another thing that my friendship circle has taught me too, to cherish my peace. And some people kind of look down, they misunderstand it. They say, oh, you're nonchalant. It's not about that. It's just that I'm not going to put forth a lot of energy on that. So I'm very careful about my friends, and I do have a small circle. But I'm a kumbaya person, so I do tend to, hey, and I'm still, how you doing? And
You're
friendly
slightly
to
oblivious
people.
sometimes too. You're slightly
Spell
oblivious.
oblivious.
Oh,
No,
you
but-
know I didn't do well in
Yeah,
spelling
so,
bees.
yeah.
But I think what you said is correct, because wherever you go in life, whatever place you work, you always get a group of, you always find one or two people that you could say is your friend,
Yeah.
because when you're at work every day, 8 hours, 10 hours a day, that's part of your family. You may not think that it is,
Yeah, it
but
is.
it really is,
Yeah, I
because
agree.
you see them Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. And then you sit down with the coworker and you have a conversation, then, that conversation becomes into a friendship. You go to lunch, you have a good time, and then, you build a relationship. I have a coworker right now. Me and her have been friends since I started with Zach. Oh, I work for Zachary Industrial. It's a construction company. So we've been friends ever since I started. And, that's someone I know that I could speak with and sit down and have a good time and kiki and laugh, so, yeah. I think you also, too, have to be careful who you call your friends.
Yes.
Oh my
Because,
gosh.
because a lot of
Yeah.
them aren't your friends. They're just there to, hurt you, backstab on you. Just, nowadays you really have to be careful who you call your friends, because they're not your friends.
And I people outside of, all of you tend to think I'm mysterious or not standoffish, but I keep it to myself, because when I call someone a friend, it means a lot, for me. And like my sister, like you said, it's true. It means a lot to me. And some people, I don't understand how quickly some people are like, hey sis, hey friend, like best.
Right,
Ooh,
yeah.
that's quick, because I can say that it took years for us to build what we have, and we can not speak for 6 months and come back like nothing's happened.
Right. Yeah.
Even it be my blood sister or all of you, we're sisters, and we decide we know that I don't have to talk to you every day. We're not going to always agree, and I take friendship seriously. Like, I try really hard on purpose not to really cultivate anything like that at work. You know, work is work, and personal. Now, some people I have gotten close with, and you know, you can't avoid it. Sometimes some people just weasel their way into your life, and I have a few of those that I love dearly. But I just think sometimes personal is personal. Some people don't know how to separate the two things.
Very true.
So it's like, you know what? No, we can't do dinner. We can't hang out. Thanks. But I still may do it on the occasion, because people have to get to know you for that
you're
work.
friendly?
Oh my.
Oh, you're friendly.
Really? This is what we're doing today? Oh. You know.
That is good.
You want to tell people that you think I'm mean? You think I'm mean?
You're not mean. You don't hold a grudge, but
I hold grudges. I do.
but her memory's long.
Oh, it's long.
Her memory is really, when I say long, it is long.
That's my mother.
You know, I mean real long, like long. Like, she could bring stuff up back. You like, what you talking about? And that you have
The
to
shade
go back.
is real.
You have to
The
go back.
shade is real.
You got to go back
The
and
shade
try
is
to
real.
sit there and think after she done told you about yourself, and you're like, wait, when did this mess happen? Like, oh, you still hold on to that? You know, her memory's long. There's nothing wrong with that, but
after all, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong.
but
with
that's
that.
just Lisa.
It's not that I do remember.
Yeah,
I do.
she really does. She has a really good memory.
I have a really good memory.
But you walk in forgiveness, right? You just, yeah. You just,
Do I walk in forgiveness? You're making faces. Walking in forgiveness.
Did I hit something there?
Okay, so
When she grabs an
Never
arm.
mind.
I love my sister, you know, with everything in me. You know, this is no matter what, no matter how we've had our ups. We've had some serious ups and downs, knockdown, dragouts. Like,
Right.
we've had some for real ones, and our age difference is it's a good gap. So when we have a falling out, we tend not to speak for a while, and
it's always been like that.
it's always been that way. But
Walk in truth. Jesus said,
walk your
free
truth.
yourself.
Yes, I'm walking in my truth. So this is my thing with forgiveness and apologies. I do not feel they are for the person who should be receiving it. I feel sometimes when people apologize, it's only for them.
Right.
So if I upset you and you're mad at me, I'm sorry. That's not for you. That's for me.
Right.
So I can feel better.
That's true.
And you know what? Right now, you don't have to accept it. I don't want to hear it. So when my sister and I had we had a good falling out. We had a good one.
It was rich, wasn't
It
it?
was rich. It was public. It had
something.
It was deep, and it was good. And honestly, you know, I think I get taken wrong a lot. And just like she thinks I'm mean, it's automatic. You mean? It's this assumption thing that comes on. Yeah, I'm talking about she. And in that particular instance, I didn't do anything. Like, for real, I didn't do anything, and no one was saying anything. I'm like, hold up, now y'all better speak up. And so she wanted to apologize. I said no. Well, I told her husband, no, I don't want to hear it because I don't want to hear it right now. I know right now, like she says, I remember. I feel that until I'm ready, I don't want you talking to me.
And that is very true. And it was not until she was ready to speak is when she spoke. And what can you do? All you could do is just say okay and move on with it.
Yeah.
Now, me, walking
Lord,
forgiveness,
I'm
it depends on who it is.
See, she's the same way. We're all the same. We get it from our mothers. We're all the same. My
And I know,
brother's the
I know I
same.
shouldn't be like that, but it's just some things that I just can't forgive. Now, I won't forget,
Oh, I never forget.
but I won't forgive.
It's
And
deep.
it's just, I just keep that.
Oh,
And I
yes.
avoid that whole situation. So,
Yeah.
Mike, will you get that off? And just, there's a lot going on. Just pop up. But I am working on it. I'm working on. But I think a lot of us are like that, and
True.
you know, I have no problem. I think for me, this is uncomfortable. My cold shoulder game is real strong.
Very.
I learned that from you.
Yeah.
I'm not playing.
I'm so proud. And
With the smiley face.
yeah, my cold shoulder game is strong, and I'm working on that because that's just not right. I shouldn't be that way, and I need to be a little more forgiving. But I think when people cross me, it's just like, you crossed me, you know, and it's not
Right.
okay.
It's not okay.
So I try really hard. So many people are agreeing on Facebook that my cold shoulder is strong. Yes, it is.
Daddy.
And,
Let me
but I'm
stop
working
you.
on it. I'm really working on it. That's why this is a whole new endeavor for me, and just trying to be more welcoming and opening and
Real.
open and
They do this live feed.
open and just accepting. But with all of that, cultivating relationships and building bonds, how have you over the years found your purpose? The older we've gotten, how have you found your purpose in life? We're all over a certain age. It's okay. We're all 40-ish. We're not going to talk about it. And we're setting our ways right now. We're not changing who we are. So how have you right now found your purpose? I think right now all of us are pretty good with where we are.
Yeah.
And out of everything, we're good. Like, first time I think in a long time we can say we're good.
I could actually say that.
You know, how
That
have
I'm
you
good.
found your purpose and what you wanted to do and who you are?
Can I speak first? I think I knew my purpose when I knew it wasn't a comfort zone for me. A lot of times we get into something and it's comfortable for us. If it's comfortable for you, it might not be your purpose. You know what I'm saying? And so you have to challenge yourself. So here I am, 13 years in education. It was getting kind of comfortable, but I knew that that was my purpose, to be with children, to be around educators, to grow and develop through that. So I think if you're not comfortable and you're always trying to find some challenges and other ways to change lives and impact the lives, then you have found your purpose. It's not going to be a comfortable situation. And if it is, then that may not be. You have to question yourself and reflect on that. So that's how I know that I'm in my purpose.
Fee?
I think just along the way, I know for me, like many years ago, I found encouraging people was rewarding, but I was doing it naturally. Like, I might reach out to you or say something, or you call me and I say something uplifting, and it was a lot of times the feedback I got from people, I didn't realize I was doing what I was doing, but it blessed other people. And so a lot of times when you do things naturally, you don't realize you're actually going above and beyond whatever that purpose or calling is, until you start getting the feedback and you're like, oh, I was just being me. I didn't realize, you know, I was doing all that, but glad you know, liked it, helped you, whatever. And then I think just my purpose, too, for the last several years was being a mom. And it's funny because y'all were like the first, after my cousins, y'all were like my first friend visitors who told me my baby was hairy.
I didn't say
gosh.
that for the record.
I do have a long memory there.
Man.
Let the record show I did not say her baby was hairy. .com.
But,
I think Mommy did.
Of course she did.
Of course you did. So sorry. So
But
sorry.
anyway, Mom here to say she's not hairy. But no, anyway, just y'all have been there from day one when I had a kid, and you know that's always what I did. That was my purpose, was to support her, to be there for her. And so now it's kind of like a new season of life where I can't be there for every moment. So kind of refocusing and trying to figure out what's next. But in the midst of that, I'm okay. Like, I'm perfectly okay. I'm fine. I'm good with where I'm at right now.
What about you, T?
Man. My purpose. So,
Are you having a moment? Don't do this right now. You don't want to talk? Okay.
Pass.
Next question.
Well, I'm sorry. Don't hear. I feel like Oprah. I made her cry. Aww.
That's some bullshit.
Welcome to my
No,
work.
look,
It's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. You can say it. It's some
I think my
bullshit.
purpose really started two things.
Okay.
When mommy passed,
Mm-hmm.
when mommy passed away,
Mm-hmm.
because she was always my crutch,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
You had to find your own way.
Yes.
Yes.
I really did. I had someone there to guide me, to give me the advice that I needed, that I've never received, or I wouldn't take because I wouldn't receive it from my mother, until I started having more conversations with someone who's a day apart from my mom. And when I tell you they're just alike in so many ways, yes.
Andre?
Yes, when I tell you they're so alike in so many ways, I'm still very hard-headed and very stubborn,
Yes. Amen.
but
Walk in your truth. Yes.
I really am. I'm very hard-headed and I'm very stubborn.
A little
And-
selfish. A little selfish. Add that
Yeah,
in
I could
there.
be selfish,
Stop it.
No.
but my purpose really came right after I had to sit down and talk to myself and say, you know, she's not here anymore. You know, Lisa's always been like able to stand on her own. I always said I could stand on my own because I moved that young, but I wasn't standing on my own. I was just being defiant, because I could be very defiant when I'm ready.
There's a difference. I
Yeah.
feel you.
It's a big
You know,
difference.
so that's when my purpose really hit, because I didn't have that anymore. You know, I had to start learning to be an adult, you know, and then also when I got married, that's when my purpose hit. Some people may like, that's not a purpose, but it is, because I waited very late in life to do that. You know, so I didn't mean to get teary-eyed, but it's gonna
No,
start.
that's-
come
it's
at
okay.
midnight.
That's good.
It's okay.
Yeah, but
It's okay. For me, I have to say, my purpose started. I consider my life. I have two lives, before my mother's passing and after, and I was very different right after. I think I went through a manic phase of, I need to be more sociable, like she told me to be. I need to be outgoing, and I was just on the go, nonstop. And I used to be on the go, but it really was never for me. It was always for other people, for something else. I was always the go-to person. And as strong as people think I was or am, I really wasn't. But I had to be. I had no choice, because it was always, I need you to do this, I need you to do that. And for me, my purpose really started when I thought about all the prayers and all those people, everyone who's encouraged me and in my life, and just trying to look at everything she said to me and what she wanted me to do and go after it. Because I realized a long time ago, I held my own self back. I cannot blame anyone for me not going further but myself. And I know I've known that for a long time. I didn't go off to college because I wanted to stay home, because I was like, I need to stay here. All those things I look at it as my own fault, but because I felt I had to, which no one told me to. So my purpose started. I started living my life for myself when I moved to Louisiana. I'm like, I'm not listening to anyone. I'm not doing what anyone tells me to do. If they don't like it, they don't like it, and they didn't like it.
Right.
But that happened a long time before that.
You
I
have
was
to
like,
do that for yourself.
I started living my life. You know what? It's before mommy passed away. I want to say in about 24, 25, when I moved away, and I was like, I'm gone. I'm tired. I'm not living for anyone else but me. If you don't like it, so be it. People were mad at me. Woo! But it's like, whatever. And Terry can tell you, if I'm not gonna do it, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. Sorry, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it. So I had to start living for my own life. And then when she passed away, it really made me say, listen, what do you want? You've helped so many people get what they wanted out of life. You've been their mentor, their counselor. You need to work on yourself. And that was the catalyst for me. So now I'm doing whatever Lisa wants to do. You know what I mean? Whatever I want to do is what I'm going to do. And I want to make sure whatever I do, I make my family proud, my friends proud, my godchildren proud. I look at how I carry myself and what I do, and the babies are like Angel, the oldest one of us, my nieces, my nephews, I look at all that. I want them to say, well, you know what, I'm proud of my aunt. That's my purpose, making sure everyone's proud of me, but still doing what I want to do.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do, you know. So finding your purpose, finding a tribe. How do you stay motivated, though, through everything in this life?
Lots of prayer. Oh, man. I think Eric is my biggest motivator. I mean, he's so real about everything. He does not sugarcoat not one single thing. Feelings get hurt, but hey, that's who he is, and I love him for it, because if he wasn't, I don't think I would be the person. I wouldn't be that straightforward person either. If I not have met him, I think I'd be sugarcoating and tippy-toeing around stuff and dancing around issues, serious issues, you know.
Because you're in denial all the time.
I am in denial.
Yeah,
My son is not a senior.
I understand that.
He is not graduating. But
We need to have a one-on-one after this so I can prep you.
yeah, but I mean, if you don't have people in your life that is just straightforward with you, if you don't have people in your life that benefits you, then it's wasting your life. It's wasting your energy. So I'm grateful for Eric. I'm grateful for my friends that I have, even the ones that I'm not very close knit, even the ones I don't know for 30 years. I have a group of friends that I've known for years, not as long as us, but I think because this goes back to something you were saying about your tribe, you know, your people. I think that's who I gravitate to now. As I get older and wiser, I gravitate to those people that keep it 100 with me and don't tell me no lies. Don't be no snake in the grass, you know. So it just keep it real with me. If I got a booger in my nose, let me know. Don't let me run around with a booger hanging on my nose, you know. So.
But see, with you, like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Did you really see it?
Weakness.
Oh my God. See, it's like, oh, come on now, just take it out.
Right. Don't judge me.
Judging. Fee, how do you stay motivated?
Yes.
It's a struggle, but I think a lot of times just trying to remember the purpose or the goal that you have, and then just kind of just make sure you keep striving, and if you fall off, find a support system, find somebody who's been there, done that, or somebody who's trying to do it. Like if anybody here is trying to lose weight, holler. I ain't lacking motivation. But
Extreme fat pill.
But just basically trying to find somebody you can buddy up with sometimes on things, or and just staying prayed up, like Chanelle said. That's key for me.
Terry, how do you stay motivated?
You got sidetracked?
Yeah, I did. How do you stay motivated?
I stay motivated. You know, I have someone I could talk to. We have great conversation, family, prayers, you know, just different things. Now that I'm older, a lot of the stuff I used to take, I don't take anymore. It's like I have my voice now. So, you know, you can't just tell me something and I'm just going to take it and believe it. It's like
you have gotten mean over the years.
I don't think it's
Is it
mean.
Yeah.
I don't think it's mean. I think I'm starting to see bullshit now. Excuse my French, but I'm starting to see.
We've said so much worse than that.
You know, my eyes aren't closed. You know, when I was younger, I just went with everything. You know, if you told me the sky was purple, I would probably believe it because, hey, sky was purple. But now, you know, I'm older, and it goes back to mommy passing. I had to grow up, you know. I had to grow up and be a woman and just, you know, realize I don't have my mother there anymore. You know, we don't have that person to go to. So how I stay motivated, I have, you know, like Chanelle said, I have someone, you know, that tells me as it is. He calls me out on my bullshit. When he say don't spend any money, don't spend any money. He knows that I got stuff hidden in the trunk of the car, and I do, and you know, and I try to sneak it in the house, and I can't because I put it on, and he say, now that ain't, and I'll say, well, you know, I've been having that. No, You know, can't have stuff in the back of the closet like that. You know, so
Because it's packed though. it's a problem. So like sidebar. So when we had Hurricane Rita, Hurricane Rita, right, many years ago, and I
really,
had,
you gonna do that?
I just came back from New Orleans. 'Cause I lived in New Orleans, so I came home for Hurricane Katrina. So we have to evacuate for Hurricane Rita, right? And so I'm like, y'all need to get it together. I've already been through this. Let's, whatever. So we're packing up the vehicle. Mommy's frying up food to put in the cooler for us to take with us, frying fish. And so Terry decides to only pack her purses in the back of her.
What's that now?
Terry packed her purses.
That's it. No picture.
I'm going to explain to you why when she's done.
Is
No
that
important
survival
her
kits?
She packed
You gonna sell them?
all her designer purses. She says, listen, because she's justification. It's like, listen, if anything happened, we can sell these. I'm like, you not
On those
selling
streets.
shit. You're not selling shit. Ain't no room. We had to put the we had to keep the luggage next to mommy in the back seat, in the hot back seat. Cause her
But
luggage.
wait a minute.
I feel you.
Let's talk
First
about
of all,
mommy in the
Don't do that. Don't condone it.
Look,
Don't condone that.
we already had to evacuate. None of us knew what we were doing. First of all,
Yes, I
you got
knew.
mommy frying food, and you got me packing purses.
And we ate it. It
okay?
was so good.
So, but wait, what she's not telling you is, we driving down. It was 10. We had to go down 10.
I don't know. They rerouted us. I think it was 10. No, we
So-
down
Or the
90
back-
going through Barrett Station and
I
places.
look at I had a Intrepid at the time. So driving, I turned the air on for literally 3 seconds, and I turned the air off because
she was rationing the air.
They
We were
told you?
dying.
gas stations
They did.
was going to be closed or didn't have any gas. Right?
That's
Right.
true. That's true.
I look in the rearview mirror. I see my Gigi, Mama Mango, shirt off,
Oh my God.
bra off,
Laid out.
laid out. Hold on, laid out in the back seat of the Intrepid. Hold on, tongue sticking out. I looked at my sister. I said, Lisa, I think I done killed mommy. She said, do what? She looked to the back. She said, Terry, I don't see mommy breathing. We had to pull over.
Because you want to ration our AC. That ain't the
Mommy-
point, though.
Mommy said, if you don't
Your
turn
purse
this,
was safe,
she said,
though.
if you don't turn this goddamn AC on so I can get some air. I was like, oh
Your
my
purses
God.
were safe, though.
I mean, she was
Whatever.
just naked in the backseat of the car
Whatever.
riding.
Whatever.
But back to the purses.
Look,
I'm feeling you on that. Hey,
we ended up in Dallas. They had already jacked the prices on the hotels.
that's what they do.
You know, and when you're in a situation of that, you're not thinking about how much money you need, what cards you need to take. You're just thinking about.
I want everyone to listen
Listen,
closely
so
to her
I just
justify the fact
I said to myself
that she
if we had
packed
to
the whole
sell
entire
anything-
fucking trunk full of designer purses.
But did you have your important paperwork in one of them?
No, she did not.
Hey, Terry, guess what?
That's
Every
right,
day
Chanelle.
I'm hustling. That's
right.
Every day I'm hustling.
That's right.
Bless.
Did you have your social security card?
No, she didn't.
Yeah, I
She
did.
had all that.
you
Oh, you had your wallet?
She probably
I had my
it in her
wallet.
purse. Yeah, her purse.
We had to go buy clothes because she didn't pack any clothing. that was that.
Look, trying to evacuate, that's a scary business, though, man.
So
for
now
real.
that, so with all of us, tribing, we're vibing, cultivating relationships, being motivated. Do you consider yourselves role models?
Chanelle,
Oh, damn. Terry's like, next.
take me last.
Go, Felicia.
Oh, really? Y'all. Come on.
Okay, let me say something before I speak on myself.
Yeah.
Everybody in here is doing something positive. So with that said, you are a role model. You are a teacher impacting young ladies and gentlemen. You cool it in a fan until they cross you the wrong way. But they respect that. So you're a role model, and there's somewhere in how many years you been teaching?
13.
Somewhere along the last 13 years of your life, somebody looked at you and they want to be a teacher now. Because he
Okay.
sexy librarian.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Same. You.
Hello.
Let's be clear. There's not a lot of black women that work at the library.
No, and I'm
Okay.
called the Black Librarian.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your
I
front
always
page to
wouldn't
be
call
on
me.
the.
I'm waiting for it to happen.
Matter of fact, let me call the people because I need a write up on the first black sexy librarian in Baytown. Anyway,
I'm not the first. I think they did have one.
Yeah, you're gonna be the first.
Okay. Let me sit up straight.
But still, just think about it. Little kids come through there all the time.
Yes.
Somewhere along the way, some little baby loves to read, and they want to work at the library one day.
Yeah.
They don't know what it takes, but they just know if they work there, they probably can read all
Yeah.
day, every day. Terry, you've been in what industry are you in?
Construction.
Construction
You're a
industry.
recruiter. Stop it. You recruit.
Yes, I do.
Oh, she HR right now.
See, hey, don't come hit me up for no job. Listen, this is
There's-
not what this is for.
But there's an influence there as
Yeah.
HR professionals.
Yes.
People
Very
are
true.
trying to get in the door, but if we're honest about our career and honest about helping people, there's still influence there
That's very true.
to help influence people in their careers, influence people how to better themselves, their resumes, whatever it needs for them to get their foot in the door or to get a job somewhere. So
That is why you went.
Thank you.
there you go.
But I bring that up because I really, one thing about this show, I'm not trying to bring up like celebrity and hot, but I like to bring up the issue. And so the other day, some fan was ripping into Cardi B, and we know she has issues going on right now, but we're gonna talk about this one issue. Ripping into Cardi B, saying you need to be a better role model for kids. You need to be a better role model. Use your platform as a role model. And she clearly said, first of all, you need to be your kid's role model, not me. Second, I have muted what I've said a lot since 2015. I've really cut back on what I could say. But she says, I'm not your kid's role model. And I really believe that I agree with her on that. Society tends to rely on other people to be your children's role model, even adults' role model.
Very true.
And that can be kind of like, oh, I get it. That's like okay, I like that idea, or I'm grabbing from it, but you can't rely on, what if you relied on for Angel, somebody else to be your Angel's role model? Come
Absolutely
on now.
not.
Or Jalen and Bishop. If we had relied on anyone else to be our role model, we wouldn't be who we are right now. Even though you think you didn't listen to Mommy, you listened. We took the good and the bad. And I agree with her when she said, look, I'm not anybody role model. You need to be a role model for your own children.
Right.
So how do y'all feel about celebrities, people trying to uplift celebrity as role models?
I mean, I do think it starts at home because even for me, once my daughter became a teenager, that helped me to clean my act up even more because I started thinking about, okay, I'm trying to raise a young lady in today's society with some decent morals and values. So before I tell her what she can't do or shouldn't do, let me make sure I'm not doing it as well. Now granted, we're not perfect, but at least there was something coming from the home that she had something to look up to. And then by her being on a drill team for 4 years, there's a whole bunch of other young ladies there that I wouldn't want, like as Angel's mom, they see the parents. And those kids talk. They know who has the trashy parent and the ratchet parent and all that. So it's also like not just being an influence to your kid, but being an influence to others. So I think it starts at home first, and then it kind of starts in your circle and your community. How do you want your children influenced? And then I don't think we should put every celebrity on a pedestal, but it's okay to pick one that's in the direction you want to go. Or maybe it is a singer, but when you hear them in interviews, they're saying things that you believe in. And so you can kind of hold on to that as a role model. But I think that should be further down the line.
It should come from home first.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like a worship. A lot of times I see this a lot where the parents, or it could be anybody, it's like some people are worshiping the celebrities and they're counting on them. I'm banking on them to change my life, or change my child's life. Or look at, I think that might be something, that might be what whoever that was commenting about Cardi B. I don't know. All I know is we try, even my own boys, we try to tell them, hey, you need to do better for yourself. Look at us. We're not celebrities, but we raising you. And we don't raise you to look up to the celebrities we don't do that. That's just not a conversation that we really have. But we just want to teach them, we want to raise them well so that they can have a balance in their life.
And I will say this, I think as we've gotten older and we've all seen children go how they want to, we've gone how we wanted to go.
Yeah.
No matter what, and I'm not a parent, but I got some common sense. And I feel that parents are hard on themselves when kids, no matter, because we've been there, so let's be honest, no matter how much they show you the path, it's up to us to walk that path. And some of us are hard-headed and want to do it our own way. She can testify on that.
Yeah.
Praise God. Hallelujah. Can we get many witnesses on that one?
So much shade.
No, but you know what though? Honestly, it took a lot of growing up for me to actually admit to all the stuff that I have done growing up to my mom, and to the family, because I was not easy.
Ooh,
Lord knows I wasn't easy. And it's not that I didn't have the best home bringing. I did, our mom did the best that she could with us, and that was our role model. It's just I just chose to go a whole different path.
Yeah.
And that's and I think for me, what I did as the youngest, I looked at everything.
She sure did.
And I was like, yeah, I don't want them hands on me.
Yeah.
That was Bishop.
Because let me tell you the resentment that my brother and sisters, I think Donahue doesn't hold it, but Tony and Terry have towards me because, I didn't get spankings. I didn't get, and hands were not laid on me. You know why? Because I was smart. I saw what she was doing. And I said, and the strength my mother has, I just don't want, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't like it.
I don't want it.
But
so,
that just shows growth. When you could sit down when you get older and know what you've done, and you could say, look, I've done that, and try to help someone else, a youth growing up, and say, look, all that you're doing is unnecessary. I've been there. Those are some of the things that you could pass on, because the youth of today,
I don't know.
Help, Lord.
Chanelle, I
Anybody with
I don't
newborns,
know
I
how
don't
you're a teacher, because
Oh.
I would have been to jail.
Caught a case.
I'm not an
Case
educator.
law.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know how teachers do it nowadays. Because, back when we went to school, our teachers smelled like Ben Gay. I'm just saying. No, it's the truth. Our teachers smelled like Ben. We didn't have not one young male or female teacher. Our teachers was older than dirt.
That's
Could
harsh.
barely see straight.
Oh, that's harsh.
Smelled like
We
smelled
love-
like
we love our
sardines
educators.
from lunch.
We didn't
Yeah, I
experience
I'm just
that.
sorry, but
Older than dirt.
What you going through?
Being
I'm
gay.
just
She's
saying.
you forgetting she's much older than us.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but
Shade.
Because I was
But
still
it's
kind of going through the
we
list.
didn't have the young
Kind of going
teachers.
through the gentry list, like we
Yeah.
had
No,
Terry going through something.
Now, let me tell you who was older than. Let me be careful. When we were at Pumphrey Elementary, though,
Oh, help, Lord! I know where you're going.
when we were at elementary, we did have some older teachers. Hey, I can't say any names. I'm gonna go ahead and forfeit. But I'm just saying they were
Rest in peace,
being
Pumphrey
gayish.
Elementary.
Had that being gay.
Yeah, it's just the respect factor isn't there anymore. Like I said, hats off to you, because educators, I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It's
you
a
know,
conversation piece for real. Every day,
mhm.
it's the generations are different. We have to try to make adjustments with them. We have to kind of go change our teaching styles for them
To accommodate
to accommodate them.
But again, it starts at home.
I was just about to say that.
That
Absolutely.
snatched generation that we all grew up on.
snatched.
Snatch. Like if your mom got a call, a note, anything. Don't
Right.
hide notes because they gonna find it. But we were snatched.
Speak your truth.
Go pick your switch. And so there's not a lot
Or
of
they
that.
show up at the school.
At the school,
Right.
any kind of way, decent rollers, don't
Right.
matter.
Yes.
But don't
Take you to the bathroom.
Don't make me come up there, okay? There was no calling CPS
Yeah,
when we grew. You
very
could call
true.
them, it's fine if you want to, but I'll handle them next. Yeah. And their generation is gone. There's so many people scared of their children. Here's where I think there's mistakes. They're friends with their children, and you have to draw a fine line with
Yeah,
that.
that friendship
You can be
thing.
friends, but I'm parent first.
Yeah.
And so a lot of that parental generation is kind of out the window.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that. I fully
Kids are
agree with
raising
that.
themselves a lot, you know, with the
Yeah.
games, and the grandparents are raising them now. So it's a little different. But I mean, it's nothing wrong with that.
And
It's
even
just
going-
that the patience, the kids are different.
yeah,
But you must be doing something right. Teacher of the Year twice.
definitely.
Yay!
Congrats.
And okay, now let's and not just that. You just got a promotion. Let's
did.
Woohoo!
I did.
Yeah, you're gonna be doing what now? Let's talk about it. Really?
I will be an early Head Start coordinator.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Coordinating,
Yes,
putting,
I'll
getting
be-
the educators in line. They're not ready.
Yes.
They're not ready.
They're ready.
You and
because
Natalie.
we, when you enjoy what you do, it's gonna all
Oh, that's
flow.
So
You know,
PC.
it's gonna,
I don't have to be.
Okay,
What I do.
G is calling
Hater.
out our,
Excuse me.
our favorite teacher of all times.
So yes,
Miss Edwards.
we
Oh,
are
yes.
Facebook Live for the listeners, and Jackie Marie Williams, Gia's mom,
Oh.
was a fly teacher.
Yes.
She
Miss
was.
Edwards at Gentry was a fly
Yes.
teacher.
Miss Verdun.
Miss Verdun, fly teachers.
Miss Ochoa is the
Miss
only
Ochoa.
reason I still remember science.
Miss Atkins was my coach. I loved her at Gentry. So we had some fly. I don't know what my sister's going through. I don't know what but you know what's so funny? You and I had some of the same teachers. You had Miss Albright. I had Miss Albright. You had Miss Atkins. I had Miss Atkins.
Let me tell you,
They were
Miss,
old.
but Miss Albright was always fly.
Okay.
She was fly in crime.
I don't know
and
what
she
you're going
still
through.
is. But I'm just talking about when I went to Gentry back in the day. I
can't.
can tell
You on your
my
own on the
band-
table
my-
with this
look,
one.
My band teacher was old.
Oh.
She
I
didn't
had-
have Mr. Clem.
She didn't have
No,
Mr. Clem.
I did
Oh,
not.
honey,
I'm
I'm sorry.
I had two. I had
Sorry.
three.
That was so
I had
good.
3 old teachers, really.
Sorry.
It's okay.
And they were hard, but hey.
But you were hard headed. Amen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's very true.
oh yeah, Miss Verdun.
Yeah. So before we wrap things up, do you have any words of wisdom that you want to lay on the table for the listeners? Anything you want to add or say or ask? Or
I just say speak your truth.
all right. That's
I'm
it.
big on
Got
that
nothing.
now. Speak your truth.
Yeah.
It may
Just-
hurt some people, but
Absolutely.
And be confident in who you are when you do it to back it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amen.
But walk in love.
and
That's right.
forgiveness.
Walk in forgiveness.
Why did y'all say that part so heavily?
We're just sending words of
Charger.
wisdom to the listeners to walk in forgiveness. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say is I agree with all of you walking your truth with forgiveness and love, and just I am a firm believer in being yourself 100. If you cannot be yourself around people, you're 100% who you are, they're the wrong people to be around. If they're trying to change you and adjust and, if you just, and it's like, wait a minute, this is who I am. Now, if it's a good adjustment, that's totally different. What I'm saying is, if you meet me like this, and this is who you like, and this is who you gravitate towards, because my light is so bright and I'm shining so brightly, don't try to dim my light. Don't
Right.
dim your light
That's
for
true.
anyone.
Right.
That's the worst thing you do. Not dim your light for anyone.
Very
Right.
true.
And so many people dislike you because you shine so bright. And
Yeah.
someone's walking into a room and it's just like, you have to say a word, and some people don't like that because they're not confident in who they are.
Nope.
If you have to change who you are for anyone, and it's not a good change, it's to adjust to make them comfortable, and now you're uncomfortable,
Yeah.
you're living in discomfort. I'm not living in discomfort. I
Right.
refuse. I refuse to.
That's good.
That's it. Thank y'all so
Food
much
for
for.
thought, Arlene.
I mean, I can kick a little knowledge sometimes, huh?
That's good food for
Now I may not
thought.
remember this tomorrow, but
No,
it's
that
recorded.
memory
It's
long.
Recorded, yeah.
Memory is long. I want to say thank y'all so much for coming. I wish everyone could have been here. Gia, Alicia, Natalie. But I thank you, Terry, my sister. I love you. No
Love
matter
you
what.
too.
I love you.
I love you.
Felicia, I love you. Chanelle, I love you. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Thank you for
and
inviting.
being on the premiere show for me. I really appreciate it. Thank you. My brother-in-law, Andre, sitting in the corner being nice and quiet. Good job.
On his birthday.
On his birthday. Good job. And thank you, everyone who tuned in. Tanisha, Terrell, Gia, Natalie, Janae. I can't see everyone, but thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it, for sharing the post. You can find this on YouTube, Apple, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify. and the links will be in the description, hopefully, if I remember, and Spreaker, if I'm saying that right, platform. I will be here every 2 weeks, so not next week, but the week after that.
All right, Oprah.
Right? Okay. But I'll be here every 2 weeks, and the next show I'm going to have nothing but awesome men here, and I want to hear what the men have to say. We tend to talk to men in groups, and women shut them down. I want the men to speak in their truth, and we'll talk to some guys. I have a great panel of men coming on April 23rd. So,
All right.
thank
Good
you
for
so much for
you.
tuning
Proud of
in.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
2. Yeah. 2.
Yikes. I won't be a witness.
So thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Please give me feedback, comments. If you want to be a guest, hit me up on my inbox and slide in my DM.
Not slide in the DM.
That sounded so awful.
I would never say it.
Oh, that's right, old woman. But if you want to be a guest, let me know. I am open to all topics. I want it to be a free-flowing conversation. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Shall we proceed?